Greetings and welcome to my first video of 2011. Before starting, let me tell you that I am highly surprised no one noticed the subliminal message at the end of my New Year's special list. I mean, it was pretty obvious there was a secret message there. But since you probably don't know what I'm talking about, here, let me put it right in your face.
My next list will be top 10 most annoying enemies. Wait for it.
So there, you lost the game! And now, for the list I promised you. Enemies in video games are always there to make your progress through the game as difficult as possible. Some are pretty tame. Others, not so much. Hell, in some cases the enemies are actually the most challenging part of the game. In this list, you'll see what I consider to be some of the most dangerous, resilient, and downright annoying enemies ever conceived. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Let's roll. Oh, frogs, they're so colorful and funky. I like them, except these. The wollywogs from Pikmin are pretty much a pest. Yeah, that's what you could call them. Not only do they have a lot of health, but they are also very powerful. They kill by hovering briefly over the ground and falling straight into Pikmin, killing them instantly. Not even fire does that much damage to them. Probably the worst kind of wollywog has to be the yellow wollywog. They have twice as much health as a regular wollywog, and they attack usually on water. If they're on water, you can only attack them with blue Pikmin. Unfortunately, blue Pikmin have very weak attack power. So yeah, fighting yellow wollywogs with blue Pikmin is what I would call torture. Warning, the following sentence may or may not arrive past romantic appearance of eligible Resident Evil 4. Are you dead yet? If there's anything the regenerators from Resident Evil 4 are famous for, it would be because they're fantastically creepy and because they just won't die. Ever. No matter what. They can only be killed by shooting specific body parts in their bodies, but you can only see those specific parts with an infrared scope for the sniper rifle. And even still, they're tough to kill. To make things worse, the whole level is full with those things, so you have to do that very long killing procedure over and over again. Joyful. Would you believe me if I told you that the most annoying enemies in Dead Rising are not the actual zombies? Nope. The special forces or military men greatly outclass the regular zombies in the field of annoyance. They're armed with heavy machine guns that do a lot of damage and stun you for a brief moment. They're tough to kill, they can gang attack you, they are everywhere in the mall, and if they kill you, they'll take you to a helicopter where you have to escape, only to find out that they have taken all of your items, leaving you completely alone in the mall, defenseless. So, why are they so low on the list that they are capable of doing these sort of things? Well, it turns out there are a couple of weapons in the game that can kill them in one hit. Oh, how could I forget about the all-time bane of all Castlevania players' existence, also known as medusa heads. These things do quite some damage for being such small enemies. Avoiding them is not too complicated, but if you get careless, you'll get hit definitely. The knockback from these things is powerful enough to throw you in a nearby pitfall. Which makes it even worse because the Castlevania series is infamous for having lots of pitfalls. And if they gang attack you with other enemies, then may God help you, because you'll probably be too busy attacking the other enemy to pay attention to the medusa heads. And of course, you'll die. Attacking the medusa heads won't do any good because they just keep coming and coming and coming and coming, leaving you no break time whatsoever. If you haven't played a Castlevania game, then you have no idea. The Iron Knuckles, or Dark Knights in the later Zelda games, are called by many as the most annoying enemy in the entire series. They have a very solid armor that protects them from all of your physical attacks, and they deal a lot of damage. Not only that, but they are very persistent. They won't die without hitting you at least a couple of times. The Iron Knuckle in Ocarina of Time is low, but his axe attack takes 4 of your hearts. The Dark Knights in Wind Waker are not as bad as others, but if many of them surround you, it becomes pretty difficult to attack one if 2 more Dark Knights are attacking you. My least favorite kind of Dark Knight has to be the Twilight Princess one. Their armor is really hard to break, and when you finally destroy their armors, they begin to attack very aggressively, doing a combo of sword and hand combat. At least the Iron Knuckles don't defend that much. And don't even get me started on the blue Iron Knuckle from The Legend of Zelda 2. Ugh. I bet you have all seen these guys. That's right, freaking Metroids. Everybody knows them, everybody hates them. They're fast and super strong. They can suck your life and kill you in a matter of seconds. And they're gruelingly hard to kill. In other words, you don't mess with the Metroids, motherfucker. The most annoying kind of Metroid has to be the Fission Metroid. It just takes forever to kill them, and when you finally kill them, they split into 2 different Metroids. It took me about 20 minutes to kill them off during my first playthrough. It doesn't help that some bosses in the series actually spawn Metroids, making them way more harder than they actually are. Of all the enemies in this list, these are probably the most iconic and well-known. Even if you never played a Metroid game before, you probably know very well why these things are at number 5. Next! If there's a reason why I'm not a big fan of the original Gears of War, it will be because of its very disappointing ending,
and we are not dead yet.
And because the fact that it has freaking berserkers. These are the strongest kind of locust. They're immune to every single weapon in the game, they are extremely fast, and they can kill you in 1 hit. Even if you stay away from them, if they get close to your teammate and kill him, you have to restart all over since the last checkpoint. The only way to kill a berserker is with the Hammer of Dawn, but the Hammer of Dawn cannot be fired inside a building, so you have to guide the berserker outside of the building into a place with open sky to kill it. If you or your teammate die in the process, you have to start over again. Hell, these things are so annoying the developers literally exclude them from Gears of War 2. And they made a good choice. Stop killing me! Oh, an enemy from the Bioshock series in this list. My guess is the Big Daddies, right? No? Really? Well then it's gotta be the Spider Splicers. What? The Houdini Splicers? Leadhead Splicers? Tuggish Splicers? Any other sort of splicer? Those despicable turret spots and security cameras? What is it then? These things are deadly. They're even stronger than Fontaine from the first Bioshock. Like many other enemies in this list, the Big Sisters also have a lot of health, high defenses, and very powerful attacks. But they do their jobs far better. They are incredibly fast. By the time you manage to hit them once, they will probably have hit you like 10 times. They're faster, stronger, and more resilient than a Big Daddy. And unlike the Big Daddies, they actually use plasmids to attack you. That soul-piercing scream they make is strong enough to stun you and disorientate you for a brief period. There is no 100% effective strategy against them. It's a battle of willpower and endurance, but mostly pain. Sorry guys, but it looks like there's no enemy more annoying than the Big Sisters, so the list ends here. I'm Media Master, signing off. No. Oh no. It can't be. Oh god, why? Why? I hate the cliff racers. They're not exactly hard to kill, but the fact that they fly above you makes it very difficult to attack them with melee weapons. You'll just keep trying to attack them only to miss every single hit you make. And they just take forever to kill with arrows. Oh wait, there's more about these guys. They do massive damage and they can gang attack you like no other enemy has ever gang attacked. Do you have any idea how infuriating it is to be surrounded, and I mean really surrounded, by annoying flying reptiles unable to attack them while they keep mercilessly stabbing you? Have you even heard that scream they make? Good God! You know what's worse? These things are not found in just one area or two. They are everywhere. Literally everywhere. Every single freaking piece of land in the game has cliff racers. And just when you think you've killed the assaulting cliff racers and you take a breath of relief, BAM! More goddamn cliff racers! Escaping is useless, since they can follow you for long distances. Oh, and it doesn't end here. The Elder Scrolls series has a system that whenever you level up, the enemies level up as well. That's right, the cliff racers keep getting stronger and stronger. Still not convinced? How about the fact that literally everyone who played Morrowind hates the cliff racers with a burning passion? Yeah, I wasn't kidding. You can't kill them. You can't outclass them. You can't escape from them. If you haven't played Morrowind, then you have no idea! I'm Media Master. And the cliff racers can go suck a